It's not long before regulators in the US decide on a couple of key issues with the crypto market, from Bitcoin ETFs to crypto tax provisions, the infrastructure bill, and many more macro events that could have long-term impacts on the overall crypto market. Today's video, we're going to go over all of that, and before we dive in, it says about 73% of you guys watching are still not subscribed to the channel, so if you enjoy short form, concise, no BS content that doesn't waste either of our times, well, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure to check out our Patreon group. We do daily live streams. We have access to Discord, and there are about 3 or 4 spots left in there. So make sure to grab one of those before they fill up. Anyways, right now with the overall crypto market, there are a lot of macro events that are taking place. First is with the overall crypto fear and greed index. This is more of a technical indicator, but it's important because we have seen that the crypto market is now in extreme fear over the last couple of weeks. Right now, we registered 24 on the crypto fear and greed index, and this is important because the last time we saw these levels was right around July of 2021, right before we saw a massive bull run take place for crypto. Right now, 24 is a sign that we are seeing extreme fear, and this is honestly one of the best buying opportunities for crypto because when other people are fearful, worried about and getting in, well, that's an opportunity to take advantage of and get in while prices are still low. When we see extreme greed, well, that's when everyone is so optimistic, so bullish, and experiencing FOMO. That's when everyone wants to pour their money in, but extreme fear is the best opportunity, which is exactly what we're seeing now. Next up is with the crypto tax provision. Within the next 24 to 48 hours, we're going to see lawmakers in the U.S. vote on an $1 trillion infrastructure bill. And the key portion of this bill that matters to investors and the crypto market is with regards to the crypto tax provision. Regulators simply threw in this crypto tax provision to help raise capital, help raise tax revenue to pay for the bill. So with this crypto tax provision, they're going to be able to raise about $28 billion over the next couple years from simply taxing a couple of crypto entities. The problem with this is that many people this has been going on for months, but many people have been criticizing this crypto tax provision and the specific wording of it, because in the wording of this bill, it says that each broker in the cryptocurrency world is going to have to report necessary tax information to the government. The problem with this is that companies and entities like Bitcoin miners, Bitcoin software developers, and many others don't actually have that information to report. They don't track information of customers. Bitcoin miners simply just mine Bitcoin, and they don't track information of any customers. It would be impossible for them to report this information to the government because they don't track it, and they don't have the right systems in place to do it. So now the question has been, is this going to impact us long term? What's actually going to happen with this if this bill does pass? Well, the wording of broker has not changed. They're keeping it the way it is, but what we have seen is that the Treasury has come out, U.S. government has come out and said that they're not going to enforce this portion of the bill if it actually were to pass. Treasury said not to worry, they're not going to enforce this on Bitcoin miners, they're not going to enforce this on software developers, and some people are taking them for their word. Other people are saying, well, we can't just trust what the government says, we can't just listen to them because they may say it now, but they may change their mind in a short time from now. Either way, though, this isn't going to have big impacts on us personally. It's going to have impacts on Bitcoin software developers, Bitcoin miners, and a couple of other Bitcoin entities and crypto entities. So we'll see what happens with this moving forward, but they are set to vote on this within the next 24 to 48 hours on Thursday, September 30th, 2021. Many people are expecting it to pass with this crypto tax provision the way it is. Lastly is with regard to a Bitcoin ETF. Many investors are gearing up and getting very excited about a Bitcoin ETF passing in the US. The SEC has already delayed decisions on multiple Bitcoin ETFs from a number of companies, and one important one is VanEck. VanEck had applied for a Bitcoin ETF months ago, and their decision has been delayed 3 separate times on a VanEck Bitcoin ETF. The important thing here is that US regulators had basically had put the last delay out, because you only can delay a decision for a Bitcoin ETF 3 times if you're the SEC, and they have delayed it 3 separate times. So now on November 14th, we are going to see a final decision made for a VanEck Bitcoin ETF, whether it's going to pass or whether it's not going to pass. Many people are expecting that we will see a Bitcoin ETF pass, and I'm expecting that it's going to be this one, which is taking place on November 14th. Important thing here is that when we see a Bitcoin ETF pass, well, that's going to open up the door for hundreds of billions of dollars from institutional investors coming into crypto. And many people are projecting that this could be exactly what we need to see crypto's price and Bitcoin specifically go to $100,000 per coin. So we'll wait and see what happens, but ultimately a lot of things are lining up that are very optimistic for crypto, between a Bitcoin ETF, which is looking like it'll pass in November of 2021, between historical data that shows that October, November, and December are historically green months for crypto, and between the fact that whale accounts are continuing to add more. So right now, that's what's going on with the regulators. That's what's going on with the Bitcoin ETF. Let me know your thoughts, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. See you guys.